I know that it's quite a long ways away. It's June 12th to the 18th, and today it's April 19th, so it's a month and a bit away. But I wanted to talk about E3 because I mentioned in my last episode of the podcast that I I didn't have a list of what I wanted to see at E3, and I still don't have a list, but I have a few things in mind that am definitely excited for E3. I'm not going. Perks of living in Canada, very far away. And I'm not gonna go to E3, but I will one year. I want to see what it's like. I've heard from a lot of people that PAX is better. PAX is better if you want to play stuff and check stuff out. E3 is better if you just want to go for presentations. So it'll be cool to see both sides of those. I do want to go to both one day. But for now, I want to talk about E3. I know it's very, very early, but I'll do. I promise that I'll do an episode after E3 is over with all the stuff we heard and probably freaking out about all the stuff we heard. But right now, I want to talk about what I want to see and what I'm excited to see. So I don't have like a structured list or anything. I'm just going off the top of my head from things that I remember. I honestly do think Nintendo's going to take E3 this year. Nintendo's going to win E3. That little contest that all the game companies have behind, everyone's like, E3 is for everybody. No one wins E3. And then all the game companies are like, we're going to win E3. Nintendo is going to win E3 this year. I really, really, really think so. Unless Square Enix shows us a final Kingdom Hearts 3 story trailer, gives us a release date exactly for the game, and then combines that with a more information, another trailer, and a estimated release date for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. If Square Enix pulls that off, Sony wins. But I also want to say, I want those two things, because I definitely am looking forward to both of those things a lot. If they can do that, and then get Kojima out here to talk about Death Stranding and show us some more info, if we can get a Death Stranding gameplay trailer alone, I think Sony has a chance to take it, honestly. Everybody wants to know, what is Death Stranding? What is the game? There's so many. There are amazing theories about the game's story and everything. There are amazing theories. I've read so many. I have a friend who has given us quite a few theories in my Discord group, and his theories are pretty awesome. I actually believe some of them. But what is Death Stranding? I want to know. The day that a gameplay trailer releases for that game, I'm gonna I have no idea. So Kojima said that he wants to he basically created the stealth genre with Metal Gear Solid. And he says he wants to do it again with Death Stranding. He wants to create a new genre, or either that or it's going to be genre defining. He wants to do something along the lines of that with Death Stranding, and I'm very, very excited to see what he comes up with. I'm already hooked. I'm buying the game. I don't know what it is. I don't know the gameplay style. I don't know the whole story. I don't know the mechanics. I don't know the cryptic trailers. The trailers that are so cryptic have already gotten me so excited for a game that I know nothing about. I'm getting the game, and this isn't like Pokemon or Smash or games like that where we don't know anything, but I'm excited and I'm gonna get it. That's not like that, because Death Stranding is a completely new IP. I have no idea what it is, but I want it. Those trailers are so well done, and it's Hideo Kojima. It's gonna be a good game. It just is. Metal Gear Solid 5, fantastic game. So I'm excited for it, but I wanna, if he can give us a gameplay trailer, Sony might win it with that alone. Whatever else they have plus that, Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm getting ahead of myself. I think Nintendo might take it this year, but if Sony can triple pack their E3 with those three things, I think Sony won. But anyway, Nintendo is definitely showing us the Smash game at E3, obviously, because if you didn't hear, Nintendo has created a Super Smash Bros. 2018 invitational tournament at E3. They've handpicked a bunch of professional Smash players, and they've invited them to the invitational tournament. And what's going to happen is they're going to go to E3, and there's going to be a huge Smash 5 tournament, and they're all going to take part in it, and winner gets a big prize. And it's also going to be used to promote the game, show people the game. So we're obviously going to see the entire game at E3, you know, plus a tournament, which is awesome. I'll be looking forward to seeing some of my favorite competitive Smash players in it, like Mewtwo King. I'm very excited to see who goes. The roster hasn't been announced yet. It will be closer to E3, which is why I probably shouldn't be doing this episode right now. But hey, what can you do? I want to talk about it. But I'm excited to see the roster. On top of that, here's like, this is just something I want to hear about. Maybe a lot of people don't, like, you know. So hold on, I have like a million different things I'm trying to say at the same time right now. Everyone wants to see Metroid Prime 4. Everybody. What came after the Metroid Prime 4 trailer during the Nintendo Direct? Yoshi. I want to see Yoshi more than Metroid Prime 4, and if you watch the last episode of the podcast, you'll understand why. But I want to see Yoshi gameplay. I want to see more Yoshi gameplay and a release date for the Yoshi game, but everyone wants to see Metroid Prime 4, so they have to show Metroid Prime 4, like, right? I mean, why wouldn't they? They have to. I'm excited. I'm excited for people for that. I want to see gameplay. Like I said, I've already talked about all this, but I want to see more Yoshi gameplay, because like I said before, when Yoshi was announced, it looked cute and it looked good, but it kind of looked on the like bland and dull side of things, just a little bit. It's fun, it's cute, but I want to see the trailer closer to release, like the development that happened in between that trailer and the one we're most likely, hopefully, going to be shown at E3. You know, because like if you look at Kirby Star Allies, which came out not too long ago, when we first saw that, compared to the trailer closer to release day, the production value, it looked like, went up through the roof. You know, like the game looked so much better. There was better models, better lighting, just better graphics overall. It happens with every trailer. I mean, you show an early build for an early trailer, it's not going to look as good as your late trailers. So Kingdom Hearts 3 has that. If you go back to like the early Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, it looks good, but it doesn't look too refined, I guess you can say. And then you go to the trailers today, and they show some of the scenes that are the same. You definitely see the work, like the extra work that was put into it, and then, like, you know, just the engine running at full capacity, stuff like that. So I want to see that with Yoshi. I want to see that with the Yoshi game, and I want a release date. But everyone wants Metroid Prime 4, and I understand. 100% I understand. So Yoshi's going to get pretty overshadowed by a lot of things. I just hope that they show it. I really hope they show it. Because I want to see Yoshi stuff. I really do. If not, then we'll probably get a direct close to E3 with stuff they didn't want to announce on stage. But at the same time, why wouldn't you just put everything on stage, you know? I remember that year that Nintendo didn't go to E3 and they had their own direct instead. That wasn't too good of a year, I don't think. I don't know. I haven't started watching all of this stuff really, really, really closely until last year. Like late 2016, early 2017. So I haven't been like this ahead on gaming news, if you will, in a long time. So I'm excited to... This isn't going to be my first E3 while being this far into gaming news. It's going to be like my second. I'm definitely more on top of things now, and I'm more in the know with stuff. So I'm excited to definitely be in the middle of everything and just see all the stuff that I've been waiting for, been sitting on, hoping on, and been crazy fan theorying about, you know? Speaking of, like, crazy fan theories and stuff, I haven't seen any theories for this. I haven't been, like, looking into what everybody's been saying about this game in particular a whole lot. But speaking of that area, Starfield is a new IP that Bethesda announced, I guess, quite a while ago, last E3, last year. And all we got was the name, just Starfield. It's a new IP. That's all we know. Starfield. So there's got to be something this year, because everyone thought there was going to be something on it last year, and everyone's like, ooh, new IP, but there was nothing. So we have to have something this year other than just a name. There's a bunch of rumors going around. There's a lot of articles saying that the release is like during the fall, or the release is around the corner, or whatever, and that a E3 announcement is coming and is imminent and stuff. Which I mean, obviously I agree with that, but I'm so interested in what Starfield is. Bethesda creates such different and diverse games. It's amazing. There's the Elder Scrolls, and then there's Fallout, and those two series kind of go hand in hand. They have the same type of open world style of gameplay. There's that, and then they've made Dishonored, which is kind of like a stealth / assassin type game that's broken up into missions. And then they create games like Wolfenstein, which is and Doom, which is first person shooters. Doom is more of Doom has always been more of just a go out and just kill stuff. Just kill stuff. Why? Because you can and you want to. And Wolfenstein is more story oriented. Bleh. They create diverse games like that. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with this Starfield. I'm definitely interested. I want to see. I hope they announce something this E3. And of course, from Activision and Treyarch, we're going to get some Call of Duty Black Ops 4 news, which is interesting because if you've been following that at all, you'll know that there's a lot of rumors and supposed leaks that Treyarch is ditching. So actually, these leaks and rumors come from very credible sources, apparently. But apparently, grain of salt here, Treyarch is ditching the traditional campaign mode for Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, and they're replacing it with a Battle Royale mode. I don't know about you, but Battle Royale games, this new trend in gaming, doesn't sit well with me. I don't like it very much. Maybe that's totally just me, because the numbers and the sales figures for Battle Royale games and in-game microtransactions for Battle Royale games are through the roof. It's ridiculously crazy. So much money is coming in from these types of games. I don't personally like them. I don't think they're interesting to play or watch. I don't have fun with them. But I'm clearly in the minority there because, they're so popular. Like what you want, play what you want, love what you want. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't affect me. Doesn't hurt me that you're playing. But at the same time, but it's a trend that's getting really, really popular. And it kind of came out of nowhere. It started with Arma 3 being a mod for Arma 3, and then the team took it and created PUBG, and then Fortnite, and now Paladins is going to be the first ever Battle Royale game Battle Royale / hero shooter game, stuff like that. It just kind of grew from there, and apparently COD's doing it too, because let's face it, Call of Duty is not in a good place right now, financially or player base wise. I mean, financially they'll always be fine, but compared to what they were in their prime, they're declining. Player base, they're declining fast. Financially, they're still fine. They can do whatever they want, for quite a few years. But they definitely want to jump on this market, even if they are jumping on a little bit late. They definitely want to get into the Battle Royale market because they see a lot of money. Activision loves money. You see money over there, they're going to jump at it, So they're going to get into it. Not sure how that's going to go. I've already seen a bunch of people who only play Call of Duty for just the story mode. There's a lot of people who play it just for the campaign. And I do agree, their campaigns are quite amazing. Really, really good. A lot of people don't even boot into multiplayer. They don't a lot of people have never logged online in a COD game, and they just play the campaign, which is fine because, like I said, campaigns in those games are amazing, especially the Modern Warfare trilogy. Those games are amazing. If this is gonna if we do get information about this, I'm sure that the fan base is gonna go completely insane because a lot of people are not on board with this. Then there's a rumor that came from a source that isn't so credible that says that Black Ops 4, its multiplayer, is going to be similar to Overwatch. So apparently this isn't from a completely credible source, but again, like apparently, the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer is going to be more like Overwatch. Overwatch is a hero shooter with a bunch of different characters who match their role. There's like DPS, tank, support, defense heroes. I don't know what they're trying to do. The COD community is dead, so they're trying to revive it in the craziest way possible. We're gonna get like Battle Royale on top of multiplayer, regular multiplayer, on top of zombies, on top of an Overwatch multiplayer. I have no idea what Treyarch's doing. I have no idea what Activision is doing. Leave them to it. They're in their own corner now. They can do whatever they want. I'm just saying, I'm excited to see where this is going. This is literally like a rabbit hole. And I'm prepared to fall down because I want to see where this is going. I can't believe that these, like, again, they're just rumors and supposed leaks. The Battle Royale one is looking pretty concrete. We have some real credible sources here for that one. But the Overwatch one, a lot of people are saying that it's just not true. It's just like a crazy, someone pretended to leak it. It's, just a rumor, which I'll believe that. But the Battle Royale one is starting to look really good. Anyway, off of Black Ops 4 and away from Activision and getting back into Nintendo, Pokemon. So there's a lot of speculation that the new Pokemon game is going to be either like named or like something shown for E3, and that would definitely start like riling people up about it and then getting people really, antsy and kind of jumpy and excited about it. I do think that it is a good idea to at least give us a name, something, just anything, anything. I like, if you remember when before Sun and Moon came out, when they announced the names, they had a trailer that was just the team working on stuff, and they showed little sneak peeks at some of the artwork that the team was working on. I think we got to see the new Pokemon Center. We got to see a vehicle, which was new for the Pokemon series. Well, not completely new, but like a regular truck. Like, that was weird. Even something like that would work. Nothing. I just want a name. Like, I'm such a huge fan of just having a name for a game instead of hearing like, this is in development, or knowing that something's going to be in development and then just never getting anything. Like, I guess like a name allows for more speculation and theories, which is what I like. Just giving the name Sun and Moon, like that opens up a whole new like window into speculations and fan theories. You can take that and you can go, into like Japanese history, and you can go and pull stuff out. I mean, it was it was in Alola, so it was more Hawaiian, but like I'm saying, fan theories, The names can give so much more than a lot of people think. Like, everybody is like, announce The Elder Scrolls 6. And I agree. I want The Elder Scrolls 6. It's getting about time. Skyrim has been milked more than Persona 4 will ever be in its entire lifetime. I mean, Narukami is still in BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle. Like, how is, Skyrim is still milked more than Persona 4? That's crazy. It's crazy to me, it's crazy to you, it's crazy to everybody. But I agree, it's time for The Elder Scrolls 6, and I'm not screaming for a gameplay trailer. I know how off the wall that is, because Todd Howard himself was like, yeah, if we were to show you anything from The Elder Scrolls 6, it would just be like, literally like a bunch of code and text on a screen. The game is not even started. And I'm like, well, that's kind of to be expected, because Fallout 4 was still like pretty, it was still taking that ride down, and Lord knows Skyrim isn't dead. Skyrim has, like, that was before Skyrim was even announced for the Switch and for VR, But it's definitely time now to kind of like settle down on Skyrim and Fallout 4 and start planning for The Elder Scrolls 6. All I want is a name. I want a name for The Elder Scrolls 6. That will make me happy and content. I don't want a now in development. I do want a now in development, don't get me wrong. But that's not all I want. I want a name. Is that too much to ask? Like, asking for a now in development announcement, that's not too much to ask, of course. But is me asking for a name just a little too much past that? Like, that's all I want past that. Now in development will be fine, but I want a name. I want a name to put, because there's a lot of areas in Tamriel that the next Elder Scrolls game could take place in. You know, there's a lot of places that I want to see. And if we can get a name of one of them, you know, that would be perfect. And maybe it won't even be named after an area in Tamriel like Skyrim was. Maybe it won't be named like Skyrim. Maybe it'll be named like Oblivion. Oblivion took place in Cyrodiil. You know, I don't know what'll happen, but I want a name, just a name, so that we can start, like, you know, making fan theories and stuff. But that's probably not going to happen at this E3 because they're working on Starfield, and they're going to announce that. But we'll see. You know, never know. We could be surprised. Lord knows that game companies try to use the element of surprise to win E3. So most of the games, other than Smash Bros. That I've been talking about are just rumored titles for E3. Smash Bros. Has been confirmed, but the others are just rumored. Before we get into the confirmed titles, because there are some confirmed 2018 titles that are going to be talked about at E3 2018, I would like to talk about one more, possibly two more games that are unannounced but speculated. So the first one is very interesting to anybody who has gotten near this wonderful and, might I add, beautiful series. A lot of people are speculating and, like, hoping for Borderlands 3 to have some type of acknowledgement. Because we got a demo of a new engine from the team behind the Borderlands series, and the new engine looked beautiful. They showed it off. They showed off like a little cinematic in the engine, and they were like, "This is our new engine," and everyone was like, "Whoa, Borderlands 3!" And they didn't say anything about it. If you've played Borderlands 1 or 2, you'll know that the games are amazing. They're fun. They're funny. They're very funny, especially Borderlands 2. They're amazing to play with friends. They're just a good time overall. They're fun for anybody. You know, it doesn't matter what kind of gameplay you're into. Anybody can enjoy it. It's fun. I'm a firm believer of that because I have played Borderlands with people who are not usually into the first-person shooter type of games, but it's a first-person shooter. It's an RPG. It's an MMO. You know, it's all these things. Offline MMO. It's all these things put together. It's really just fun. It's fun, funny. It's easy to jump into. So easy to jump into. If you want to play for 15 minutes. You want to play for 5 hours, like whatever you want, Borderlands has it for you. It's really, really fun. So, you know, that's the reason why people want Borderlands 3 to have some type of attention. So as of now, it's unconfirmed as a game, let alone being talked about at E3. But they did show us a new engine. I think that was last year that we were given a look at the new engine that they had. So everyone is really hoping that Borderlands 3 will be announced in that engine, because that would be quite amazing. And if it is, well, I mean, you know, it should be, because these game companies always hold off and save the best for E3. So why not Borderlands 3? That would be a huge announcement, you know? I'm definitely excited to see what happens with that. The second one, so I said there might possibly be two. I just realized there are some games that I touched on, didn't get into very much. But the second one I do want to talk about is Shenmue 3, which is unannounced for E3, but it could make an appearance. So Shenmue 3, if you play the Shenmue series, then you love it. Like, no simpler way to put it than that. I have never seen someone who has played it and disliked it. I've seen people who have played it and had some problems with the game, but never someone who's played it and disliked it. I actually have not. Maybe I haven't looked hard enough, but that's my experience. I have never played a Shenmue game. I have never seen a Shenmue game. I have no idea what these games are, what they're about, how they play, what they do, their characters. I know nothing about this series. And here we get Shenmue 3, which I remember was announced on Kickstarter. I remember they had a Kickstarter for it, and they blew past their goal in like no time. Absolutely no time. And Shenmue 3 was at like 200% of its goal. It was crazy. I think that it broke records, but I think Yooka-Laylee came after it and broke like all of its records. I think, or was it the other way around? I can't remember, but they both broke amazing records. And like, I was really shocked. I've never like played a Shenmue game. I'm gonna have to look into them because I mean, if it's loved this much, you know, it seems like I wouldn't say cult classic because there are obviously a lot of people who wanted this game, like a lot of people. But it definitely seems like a classic that's close to a lot of people's hearts. And the third game is definitely very anticipated by a lot of people. But it also seems like it's been quite a while since Shenmue 2. Again, this is coming from someone who has never played the games, knows nothing about them, how they play, how they work. I know nothing, so I don't know when Shenmue 2 was released. I have no idea. I'm sorry, but I don't. I'm definitely going to look into them, though. Maybe even after I'm done recording this, because I'm interested. I'm definitely happy for everybody who is excited for this. I'm gonna look into it before I get into it. But that's also unannounced for E3. But a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be shown. We just got the announcement from Sega that Shenmue 1 and 2 are coming to PC, all remastered. So hey, maybe I'm gonna have to pick it up and check it out. You know, I'll have to see. It definitely interests me because of how much love it actually does have. So the last maybe two, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Those are the last two that are on the list of like unannounced games that people have been speculating about that I really want to get into. I guess let's start with Kingdom Hearts 3. This game better get a release date this E3 because like you can't keep people. I'm pretty sure there's something illegal about keeping people waiting this long. Honestly, like, come on. Anyway, all I want from this is a release date. I've seen these amazing, beautiful trailers that I love. Like, these trailers are cool, they're hype, they look nice, the characters look amazing, the character models are so cool. The gameplay is so good. I don't even need to play it to tell you how good it looks and how good it will feel to play it because the mechanics in the game are so awesome. All I want is a release date. You can give me, like I said, a final story trailer. You can give me a final story trailer and a release date, but I'd be happy with just a release date. We got 2018 last time. I'd be happy with just like I need an actual day. I need to mark my calendar for this day, you know? I'd be happy with just of that. But you can throw in like a story trailer there if you want to, you know, like a final story trailer, you know. You know, let me know what's going on in the game, you know. But again, I'd be just happy with a date to mark my calendar. So that's what I hope for. I wonder if it'll be playable actually at E3. Do you think they put out demos of Kingdom Hearts 3 at E3? Interesting. And then there's the Final Fantasy 7 remake, which was announced like millions of years ago. It feels like we've been waiting for this as long as Kingdom Hearts 3 for some reason. It's just, I don't know. I have played Final Fantasy 7 back in the day. Back in the day is like nowhere near the year it came out. It was quite a few years ago now, but nowhere near the year it came out, let me tell you that. Back in the day might not have been the best words for that. I played quite a bit. I played through, I think, the first 2 discs. I was like halfway through, I think. Pretty sure. All I remember from the final part of what I played is that we had Sid on our team, and we had like it was like a ship. It was a flying, because you always get like a flying vehicle. You get like a land vehicle, a water vehicle, and a flying vehicle in like the Final Fantasy games, and I love that. For some reason, I love that system. a lot of RPGs took that system and like used it, and I love it. It doesn't get old for some reason. You always get like land first, then water, then flying. Like Symphonia did it with Noish, and then the elemental cargo, and the rares. I don't know. I love this. I love the system for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, the last thing I remember was Sid joined us, and then our flying vehicle couldn't fly anymore, and we were forced to only use it in the water, and we were trying to fix it, and that's where I left the game off. I do know the story of Final Fantasy VII. I do know what happens in the game. I don't know a lot, though. There's just, there's details that I don't know. I will be picking this up, and I will be playing it, because it has something that I don't want to say sit through, because I can sit through Final Fantasy VII. It's a long game. But this has something I can sit through easier, I should say. It's the battle style, the battle system. It's not turn-based. I've sat through turn-based games. I've played turn-based games. I've beaten a lot of turn-based RPGs. But Final Fantasy games are so long. It's hard for me to sit through them with that battle style. I don't know what it is about them. I get so lost. Not like in the game, but just, I don't know. I kind of just get bored after a while. This has a battle style that I'm looking forward to. It's more of like the Kingdom Hearts / like Final Fantasy 15 battle style that they're implementing into this, and I'm very excited for it. I'm going to be picking it up. It's supposed to be in episodes, is what everybody said, which I am totally fine with. No one else is happy with that, but I'm fine with it. It's probably because I didn't grow up with it. I'm fine with it, though. I'm definitely, especially for me, like I said last episode, if it's not on the Switch, I have a harder time sitting down and playing it. So I'm fine with it being in episodes. That's completely fine with me. So I'm excited to see a little bit more. I hope that we get some kind of release date for it. They've been working on it for quite a while. We've seen a gameplay trailer that looks beautiful. It was just for the beginning of the game, but at least like episode 1, because I realize this is a long game to not only like work on, but recreate from the ground up. That's a big project. That's a huge project. But they've been working for quite a while, and they already have the base, which was the original game, right? You take the story, the characters, the interactions, the towns, everything's all done for you, You just have to recreate them from the ground. Way to go, Wilder. All you have to do is recreate them from the ground up, the entire game. It's easy. No, I'm kidding, but I made it sound like that. No, like they have the base, so they just have to work up from that, Is what I was trying to say, not what it sounded like. They just have to work up from that, and it makes it a lot easier on them, but at the same time, it's still a huge project. So I expect, like, if we do see anything from this, I do expect an announcement for episode 1 of the Final Fantasy VII Remake episodic series, which would be pretty cool. Because that they're not fitting all of that content onto one disc. Like, come on. Final Fantasy VII, the original came in 4 discs. Like, all the games on the first PlayStation came with 4 discs. Which was pretty funny now that I think about it. That's a lot of discs for one game. But it did, and that's, like, partly due to, like, the PS1 couldn't, like, store all this information on one disc. But also, it's a huge game, Final Fantasy games are huge. So it makes sense to if they want to remake everything that was in the original, they're going to have to put it in episodes, And I'm fine with it. But I've been talking about this for an hour now, it seems like, so I'm going to move on from it. Let's go to games that have been announced that are going to appear at E3. I don't know why I had such a problem saying that. So there's Super Smash Bros. Like I said, Nintendo's having the invitational tournament for Smash Bros. And I'm excited to see it. I'm gonna watch all of it. I'm gonna love it, and I'm gonna be excited to get into the game. I don't know if they're going to release the game. Like, they're having an invitational tournament, so I don't know if that means they're going to, like, if the game's ready and they're going to announce that it's gonna, like, release after E3, or if they're going to hold it for, they might hold it off for Christmas, which I don't think they should do anymore. I don't think. So here's my thing with holding it until Christmas, or the holiday season, I should say. that Nintendo did that a lot. Like, they did that a lot in the past, and that's because Nintendo was geared more towards children, like always. And I mean, it is good to hold stuff for the holiday season. People get money, people want to give gifts to people. So it doesn't matter if you're gifted it or if you're given money. If you want it, you're going to get it. You know what I mean? And it's a good idea because kids can get it, ask for it for Christmas. They can use the money they got for Christmas to buy it. But since the Nintendo Switch has been announced, Nintendo has been really pushing the fact that this system is for an older crowd. The trailers that they had for the Nintendo Switch are for a much more mature audience, you know? They use young adults to showcase that this system is, children can use it, but it's more for, my age group. The young adult age group, you know? And they solidified that fact even more by putting Doom and South Park and Wolfenstein 2 on the Switch. Those are games that, you wouldn't want your child playing, you know? The Wii U had its demographic, which, all the trailers for the Wii U were, family and child oriented. Like Nintendo usually has done in the past. They make games for kids that kids love. But the Switch, I was actually quite impressed with some of their trailers because they were trying so hard to prove, this is for young adults. We want young adults to take this, you know? The kids at heart are going to love this console, you know, stuff like that. Because Nintendo's presenting the Switch to a much more mature audience, they have to know that, if they release Smash Bros. Tomorrow, it's going to sell like wildfire, you know? Because everyone has a Switch. Everyone loves the Switch. They have the Switch, and it's Smash Bros. Yes, it is good for kids. They love it. You know, when I was a kid, I grew up playing Smash Bros, and I loved the heck out of it. I played it all the time. My friends and I got together and played it. I played it with my best friend, for countless hours. I'm not saying that kids won't buy it because, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, if Nintendo really is going ahead with this whole, young adult demographic, then they're going to release Smash Bros. Right after or close on the heels of E3. Because they're having a tournament. The game is done, you know? The game's tournament ready. If they leave this to Christmas, one, people are going to be like, whoa, I just played it at E3. Why are you leaving this till Christmas? And two, it's going to be like, there's no point in waiting for Christmas anymore, you know? I think that's changed because a lot of the people who used to boost the sales during Christmas time are us. We're the kids that used to wait until Christmas to boost sales, you know? Now, it's the Facebook joke, you know? All my friends are having children, you know? So, my generation, we are the kids who waited for Christmas to ask or use our Christmas money to buy our favorite video game. We are now old enough to buy the game whenever it comes out, you know? And my generation who gets their kids into video games, they're going to buy it for themselves anyway, so hey, their kid has it too, you know? It's just, it's stuff like that. Waiting for Christmas isn't a huge thing anymore. So Nintendo's not going to do that. I really don't think. Even if you look at Xenoblade Chronicles 2, November, that had a November release. They weren't trying to aim for. They could have easily pushed that back to Christmas. No, they didn't. It's not a thing anymore. I guess I was just thinking about it and just kind of reminiscing on, the days of waiting for Christmas to ask for something or getting your Christmas money all ready and buying something. I don't know. I have fears that companies want to do that all the time. In the middle of the year, they'll be like, oh yeah, this will be ready for the holiday season. Because everybody was talking about how Smash Bros. Was going to come out during the holiday season. And that's obviously not true now, but it is going to be at E3. I'm so excited to see gameplay and characters and everything, you know. I hope they have another ballot like they did for Smash 4. Because I would love to see what the fans would, who the fans would want in Smash 5. And I know a lot of people are hoping Bayonetta does not come back in this game. Bayo is probably going to be in this game. She is a fan favorite character because she's OP. Hopefully they just take a Nerf gun and just shoot her to death, you know? Because she needs a few nerfs. A lot of people are hoping she's not back. I personally hope she's back with the nerfs that she needs. She could be a cool character. She could be a cool, fun, balanced character. Anyway, Battlefield 2018. There's going to be a new Battlefield game. We have no title, so everyone's referring to it as Battlefield 2018. I'm not personally excited. The only Battlefield game I've played is Battlefield 1. Didn't enjoy it. A lot of people say Battlefield 4 is the way to go. One day I'll try it, but I was not happy with Battlefield 1. So I'm not too excited about it, but definitely, there are people who are excited for it, and I'm excited for them. I like it when people get excited for stuff. I like it when people get excited and happy. So Battlefield 2018. I know there are going to be a lot of people who go and try that out if it's there. I know there are a lot of people who are going to get excited. And probably the last one that I want to talk about, which I am very excited. Oh no, there is one more thing I want to talk about that isn't confirmed. So we're going back to speculation after this, because remember, I don't have any of this written out, so I'm just flip-flopping. But it's whatever. I'm having fun. So the last one on my list that I want to talk about that is confirmed is The Last of Us Part 2. Oh my god. Okay, I cannot wait to see anything else from this game. Oh my god, I can't wait. The first game was so amazing. My brain melts when I think about it. I am so excited to see anything from this. We got an amazing reveal trailer with Ellie and Joel. Then we got an amazing teaser trailer on the back of that with Laura Bailey in it. Laura Bailey was in that trailer, and she, if you follow her on social media for, at all, she was working out heavily for that trailer, because she is jacked in that trailer. It's crazy. She's looking good in that trailer. That trailer itself was very creepy and very cool. I'm definitely interested for them to build off of that trailer, because that's what I'm looking for most of all, because that was the new story part, The Last of Us Part 2 is something that I am definitely going to be waiting on, and I'm just going to be sitting here glued to my computer screen waiting for this to be announced when E3 is happening, or not announced, but I want another trailer. I want more information about it. I'm excited. I'm very excited for it. And I hope we get a release date. I really hope, because they've been working on it for quite a while now. I really hope we get a release date. I want a release date for everything, obviously, but this one in particular, we definitely should be getting a release date, or at least a release window for The Last of Us Part 2. Anyway, that ends the confirmed part of the games. But I want to go back to speculation, because here's something that I haven't heard at all. I haven't heard this being talked about. I haven't heard it being mentioned at all or anything. I want to see, so I actually was going to do this podcast episode on this topic, but I decided to do this instead. I want to see, and I'll explain why. I want to see a new Paper Mario game announced for the Switch. Paper Mario has been failing a lot lately. Sticker Star hit us over the head horribly. We had Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which was a crossover between the Paper Mario series and Mario and Luigi series, and that was a funny game. That reminded me of what Paper Mario used to be before Sticker Star came in and ruined everything. That was a good game. Wasn't what I was looking for for the Paper Mario fan inside me, but it was a good game from both sides. I liked it a lot. Then we had Color Splash. Color Splash on the Wii U was also as horrible as Sticker Star. Well, okay, it wasn't as horrible as Sticker Star. Color Splash had some redeeming features. It was basically more of the same thing that Sticker Star gave us, which was, it didn't give us a whole lot. It didn't give us anything, in fact. But Color Splash kind of took the really, really bad things about Sticker Star and kind of made them a little bit better. Like the story, there's more of a story in Color Splash. The bland, horrible faceless, nameless characters in Sticker Star. They're all there in Color Splash, but they have a little bit more character and personality to them. If there's anything that I can say about Color Splash, it's that Color Splash actually looked beautiful. I don't necessarily agree with the art style that they're taking the Paper Mario series. It feels like Mario's on a cardboard diorama instead of in a storybook, which he's supposed to, because the series literally started out in Japan as Mario's story. They're going for more of like a cardboard diorama feel, which yes, it sucks, but I think Color Splash actually looks quite beautiful. I have the smallest flame of hope inside me that is just screaming for a new Paper Mario game on the Switch that is like the old ones. And I'll tell you why. Because Sticker Star was met with so much hate that no matter where you went on the internet, you found hate for Sticker Star. You found people screaming. No matter what corner of the internet you went to, not everybody loved Sticker Star. Everybody had a problem with it. Even the people who liked Sticker Star haven't found them. Don't know if they exist. Probably do. I don't know why. They have problems with the game. I assure you that this game has... everyone is going to have problems with a game. But this game in particular, there's nobody who does not have a big problem with this game. And it pains me a lot to see Sticker Star and then off the heels of Sticker Star Color Splash. But there's a little part in me that looks at how horrible Sticker Star was, and then Color Splash coming off of it. The things they changed in Color Splash to make it, to kind of like, they were listening. They were listening when we talked about Sticker Star. And they built off of our complaints and removed a lot of the stuff we hated, or some of the stuff we hated in Color Splash. But it's almost like they heard us too late, and the game was like almost done development. They were like, oh man, people didn't like this. Remove it, quick. Because the battle style in Color Splash is annoying, it's dull, it's boring, it's time consuming. The amount, go look up online just a regular Color Splash battle and look at how long it actually takes you to perform a move, a regular jump, just a regular one. Look at how long it takes you to perform them. It's ridiculous, it really is. But the fact that they fixed Color Splash compared to Sticker Star just a little bit really makes me hope that in the future we could possibly get a Paper Mario game that kind of goes back to the roots, something that we actually can tolerate. There's part of me that's still holding on to that. I don't know why. I really should just let go, but I love the series too much. I really want it to come back. I want to see something from Paper Mario here. They probably won't have it. They'll probably save it for a Direct. Nintendo's going to be very busy with the tournament, but I hope. I really do. I really want something from Paper Mario because, again, that hope still burns in me. Anyway, I think the thing I'm most excited about is probably going to be Smash Bros. Unless something crazy comes out. Like, unless Starfield is like... I'm trying to think. Would Starfield from Bethesda be a good game if it was like the same type of open world open world questing, looting, like that kind of game, like Skyrim and Fallout, except in space, like a Mass Effect setting? Would you want that? I'd be interested. I'm not a huge fan of sci-fi in space, but I'd be interested. Anyway, it's probably not that, but I'm probably most excited for Smash Bros. At this E3 right now, unless something gets announced that's completely crazy. Pokemon. I want something Pokemon. But as it says now, Smash Bros. Anyway, that's going to be a short one today, but that's what I want from E3 this year. So I'm excited, even though it's, again, not far. Even though it is far away. There we go. I'm still excited. The hype's slowly rising as we get closer and closer, and more things are announced, and we get more information about it. But that's all for me today. I will make an episode after E3 to talk about all the things that got announced at E3, because Lord knows that I want to scream about E3 stuff. That might even be a two-parter if there's enough stuff announced. I could like probably sit here for an hour talking about the tournament alone. Anyway, like I said, that's all from me. Thank you all for listening, and I will see you in the next one.